Good morning. Welcome to the Coastal Business Channel. I am Laura. Today we're going to have a free course on financial independence. So, what is financial independence? Well, in the traditional sense, financial independence means having enough passive income to pay for it all. Wow. I don't know if I'm ever going to achieve financial independence. In this day and age, we've changed the definition a little bit. And so financial independence really is making enough money so you can live out on your own and you're covering your debt expense. So it's not meaning you have no debt, but if you do have debt, you're able to cover your debt expense. So you are independent from your parents, you're independent from the bank. Your debt might be a little bit of credit card debt. So as I was just saying, right these days, there's basically three. I'm like, three. There are three different definitions. So like the number one is moving out, right? Number two is breaking that paycheck to paycheck cycle. So you actually have a little bit of savings. If that's true, paycheck to paycheck, then I was not financially independent, like at all when I was living in New York City, working at Goldman Sachs. So that's kind of crazy to think. But because I was pretty much paycheck to paycheck, and that's because my rent was like $2,000, in '99. So actually, no, it wasn't even '99, before '99. So New York City is very expensive. And then so it is like breaking that paycheck to paycheck cycle. And then the third definition is being able to retire early. So that's really more of like when you have that enough passive income coming in that you're able to retire. So how are we going to get financial independence? So here are the things that you could do to get you in the right road. Here are the steps you can take to become financially independent. Not everyone graduates from college or business school debt-free. I definitely did not graduate from business school debt-free or into high-paying jobs. So I was able to get into a high-paying job, but I also have a really high level of student debt. So what do you need to do to get yourself in that position to get your debt down, especially if it's student loan or any type of loans, and get yourself on the way to being financially independent? Number one is cut your expenses. So look at your expenses. I know people who hire someone to walk their dog or to clean up after their dog, to dig a hole to plant bushes. If you have a decent amount of debt outside of your mortgage, like to me, a mortgage is usually can be something that is a healthy thing to have because you get to write off the interest rate. It enables you to buy a nicer home than you did if you pay cash. But if it's debt outside of that, so any kind of credit card debt, any kind of secondary loan that's not your primary mortgage, the ways to reduce that. So you need to look at what am I paying for in my life that I can do myself. So for example, my husband takes all his shirts to dry cleaning. Well, he doesn't have the business meetings. He doesn't have. A lot of times he's just sitting in his office himself. If we were in a situation where we needed to cut his expenses, our dryer has a steam section or steam cycle where we can kind of steam shirts. So I would say to him, like, look, wash your shirts in the washing machine and then put it in the dryer. Now, it's not a huge expense, but it adds up. So these are expenses that, okay, it might be only $25 a week. Well, that's $100 a month. That's $1,200 a year. If I have 5 or 6 of those expenses and I can shift that money to paying off debt, it's going to make a huge difference in the long run, because a lot of debt that's not your primary mortgage is charging 8, 9, 10, up to 20, maybe 28%. They're charging crazy interest rates. So you want to get that down as quickly as you possibly can. The second thing you want to do is start investing. So would I suggest starting to invest before you pay down this unnecessary debt? Yes, under one circumstance. Do it in your IRA, do it in a 401k. And I say that is because there's additional tax benefits that, it's going to reduce your taxes if you put money into a 401k or an IRA. And you want to start saving for your retirement, right? The whole idea is to get financially independent. Now, I'm not saying, okay, max out your 401k and now you can't pay any of your debt down. You need to find a balance. And maybe you and your spouse are in your 20s, so maybe you only put $1,000 towards an IRA or a 401k. And I'm not giving you specific advice because clearly I don't know who you are on the other side of this camera, but you need to look at that. And putting money into an IRA and a 401k when it can reduce your taxes is always a good thing, but paying down your debt is going to make you feel good. It's really going to make you feel good. So, but once that debt is paid down, try to have a steady plan where you're putting $100, $200, $50, $5,000 a month, whatever that number is for you, put it into the market. If you're not comfortable with the market, look into finding a system, a person, a online program, an index fund, something that's going to help you do it. Now, can't give you specific financial advice because I'm not your advisor, and that's not what this channel is about. But look into that. There are people that can help you invest your money, and you can start in a conservative fashion. But getting your money in the market where it's earning more the inflation rate is going to be something that 10 years from now, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I have this much money saved, because you just automatically saved a certain amount each month. And the last thing for you to achieve financial independence is to do regular checkups. So some people, and I'm to blame. I do this. I get myself debt-free and I feel really good. And I'm debt-free for a year and I've got my savings going. And then there's something I really like to buy, but I don't have the money right now. So I'm going to put it on the credit card. And I do. Oh, I got that credit card balance. So you need to always check. You always need to kind of catch yourself in check. Have a yearly checkup each year. What are my expenses? What are my debt? What am I saving? What's my 401k or IRA look like? What are my retirement savings? What do I need to retire on? So each year you're going to kind of start, January, where you do it in January, you do it in December. For goodness sakes, you can have June be your month. I don't care what month you pick to every year, kind of sit down and go over my expenses, my income, my expenses, my debt level, what are my savings, what are my goals, and what do I need to save to get to my goals. The people that do that are always in better shape than the people that just kind of cower and don't look and don't analyze. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, please like and subscribe my video. And have comments. If you want me to look into something else, there's probably knowledge I have that I haven't made a video about, let me know. I'd be happy to make another video tailored to what you are interested in. Thanks so much for watching.